Hello and welcome to this edition of FYI Weekly, your official source for the latest news and information from the city of Greensboro. The City of Greensboro's Information Technology Department is inviting local businesses to participate in its Dark Web Threat Intelligence Sharing Project. This is a partnership with students from North Carolina A&T State University, Guilford Technical Community College, and local FBI agents. The free workshop will take place from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. on Thursday, November 14th at HQ Greensboro, located downtown on West Lewis Street. Attendees will learn how they can benefit from research, analysis, and information discovered on the dark web, meet with city staff, students, and faculty from both institutions, and hear from local FBI agents about the impact of cyber breaches on businesses in Greensboro. Local business owners will have the opportunity to join the project for a small fee, which supports the software and tools needed to run the program. The team checks the dark web for credentials to safeguard a business and looks for system vulnerabilities and employee data, such as credit card information and social security numbers. The goal is to determine if there is information on the dark web that may potentially be used by hackers to compromise computer systems, causing reputational and financial damage to a small business. Residents are encouraged to review the draft analysis of impediments to fair housing choice. The document is available to review until Friday, November 15th. Written or verbal comments should be directed to the Neighborhood Development Department. Public input provided on the analysis will be considered during the writing of the final report to help identify barriers to fair housing choice throughout the city. As a recipient of federal housing and urban development funding, the city is required to conduct a 5-year consolidated plan to develop housing programs and priorities for grant program years 2020 through 2024. As a condition of the consolidated plan, the city is required to advance fair housing. To help accomplish this, the analysis of impediments to fair housing choice is conducted every 5 years prior to the implementation of the HUD-mandated consolidated plan. Submit feedback to Caitlin Bowers, the city's community development analyst, by calling 336-433-7266. The City of Greensboro is encouraging residents to take part in the No Straw November campaign. This is a nationwide effort to reduce the use of plastic straws and other single-use plastics, such as cups, lids, and bags. These items can't be recycled due to their small size and shape and often end up polluting our streams. No Straw November begins with a kickoff event from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Friday, November 1st at the Greensboro Cultural Center, located at 200 North Davie Street. Attendees can watch a free screening of the documentary Straws. There will be face painting, sustainability vendors, music, and crafts. Residents and organizations are invited to take an online pledge to reduce their use of plastic straws. Restaurants and businesses are encouraged to provide straws only upon request and to provide reusable or natural alternatives to plastic straws. Residents are asked to refuse plastic straws when they don't want them. Single-use plastic never truly goes away. It just breaks down into small pieces called microplastics. Increasingly, microplastics are being found in drinking water and in aquatic animals with potentially dangerous human and environmental health impacts. To take the pledge or for more information about straws, visit the city's field operations website. In an effort to help each of us improve our quality of life, the city has partnered with Cone Health for a series of brief and informative videos designed to inspire you to make better choices when it comes to healthy living. Let's check in with our friends at Cone Health for today's news for your health.
When someone collapses from sudden cardiac arrest in front of you, you call 911, but then what? Hi, my name's Amanda Hall. I'm a registered nurse here at Cone Health Heart and Vascular Center. Today, I want to teach you how to perform hands-only CPR, the importance of it, and how you can help save a life. Hands-only CPR is CPR without mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. It's only for teens and adults. You would do hands-only CPR on anyone that collapses in front of you and is not breathing normally. And now to learn hands-only CPR. A person collapsed in front of you. They're not breathing normally and they're unresponsive. Are you okay? Are you okay? The first thing you want to do is call 911. If you're calling from a cell phone, it may be helpful to put it on speaker where the dispatcher can hear you and you can hear her as you continue to work. The dispatcher will give you detailed instructions, so don't worry. If the patient is not on a hard surface, you want to move them to the floor. You want to interlock your hands, place the heel in the center of their chest, and start compressions, fast and hard. You will continue to do hands-only CPR until someone comes to relieve you, help arrives, or until you just physically cannot do CPR any longer. Remember, any help is better than no help at all. Hands-only CPR will greatly increase their chance of survival. 70% of all cardiac arrest will happen in a person's home. Only half of those people will receive CPR. Hands-only CPR can double or triple their chances of survival. Sudden cardiac arrest is an electrical malfunction of the heart. It doesn't allow blood and oxygen to go to the organs that are needed within the body. Hands-only CPR can effectively move that blood and oxygen to those body parts. Thanks for joining me today and learning hands-only CPR. When someone collapses in front of you, it can be a very stressful situation. Remember, call 911 and start compressions. Hands-only CPR will increase their chances of survival. For more information on heart health, go to conehealth.com/heart. I'm Amanda Hall.
Minority and women-owned businesses can get an upper hand and gain access to upcoming city projects by attending a mixer hosted especially for them. We'll have that story and more news coming up after the break. Stay with us. The city's MWBE office is soliciting minority and women-owned businesses interested in learning about city government construction and information technology projects in the pipeline. These small business owners are invited to attend a mixer from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Wednesday, November 20th at the Barber Park Event Center. Refreshments will be provided and admission is free. Online registration is required by November 15th. The mixer, titled Building Relationships, Meet the Primes and City IT Pros, is hosted by the city's Minority and Women Business Enterprise Office. Attendees will have an opportunity to network with prime contractors and learn about planned construction and remodeling work, as well as projects in the city's Information Technology Department. The Barber Park Event Center is located at 1502 Barber Park Drive in Greensboro. For more information, call the city's Office of Equity and Inclusion at 336-373-7980. After reviewing 65 entries, the Downtown Greenway has chosen 4 artists as finalists for the Freedom Cornerstone to be built near Murrow Boulevard and Gate City Boulevard. Presentations from each of the artists about their work and their vision for designing the Freedom Cornerstone, if selected, are free and open to the public. Community feedback will be considered as the art selection panel makes its decision about which artist to select. All presentations will take place at 5:30 p.m. at the historic Magnolia House located at 442 Gorell Street. The artist presentation dates are as follows. November 6th for David Wilson and Stephen Hayes from Durham, North Carolina. November 12th for Norman Lee and Shane Albritton from Houston, Texas. And November 21st for Walt Havener from Durham, North Carolina, and Ayokunle Odele from Stone Mountain, Georgia. The Freedom Cornerstone is the fourth and final Cornerstone Commission. The theme of freedom is inspired by the city's role in the civil rights movement, specifically the nonviolent protest of the pivotal 1960 Greensboro lunch counter sit-ins that served as a catalyst to the larger movement. The final artist will be selected in December. Design work will begin following site visits in January and February. Additional public meetings will be scheduled to review the proposed design, and installation is expected in the fall of 2020. For more information, call Dabney Sanders, project manager, at 336-387-8353. Greensboro Parks and Recreation will celebrate the unveiling of its new professionally designed Keeley Park Disc Golf Course with the Fallback Classic. This fun and laid-back disc golf tournament will take place from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday, November 2nd at Keeley Park. The course will be officially open to the public following the tournament. This will be a non-professional Disc Golf Association Flex Start casual tournament with 3 men's divisions and 2 women's divisions for both new and competitive players. Prizes will be awarded to first, second, and third place finishers. Registration is $15 and includes a disc golf swag bag. The tournament is offered in partnership with Innova Disc Golf, the course designers. The city built the course with funds from a $250,000 land and water conservation grant. This is part of Phase 2 of the Keeley Park development, which will include a renovated playground, community garden, and spray ground. A groundbreaking will take place later this year. Disc golf players can register online. Keeley Park is located at 4100 Keeley Road in McLeansville. In an effort to spotlight and celebrate local artists, business owners, community builders, and essentially the next generation of leaders, the city is proud to partner with Action Greensboro to introduce our Made in Greensboro series. This day, we place the spotlight on the Barks Dog Treat Company. Dogs are at the heart of one of the city's unique vocational trainings, the Barks Dog Treat Company, the Spring Garden Street Bakery, where special dog treats are made by special hands. The All-Natural Dog Treat Company is a program of the Arc of Greensboro. It provides individuals with intellectual or developmental disabilities vocational training while they work as staff bakers in an operational bakery. 21 people currently serve as bakers, with 8 working each day, Monday through Friday, making the treats, packaging them, and selling them. Jessica Kamir is the program manager at Barks. She says this project gives the team a sense of self-worth and purpose as the bakers learn skills, which adds great value for a population that is often overlooked. Dawn Scales is the business manager and says a lot of their bakers have jobs outside of Barks, which reinforces the skills they use in the workplace. The dog treats are also sold at Fresh Markets, Lowe's Foods, and Best Way Grocery Company locations. To learn more about Made in Greensboro or to see more images taken by photographers Jerry Walford and Scott Mothersbaugh, visit the Action Greensboro website at madeingso.com. One local nonprofit agency is applauding men in our community who serve as role models to our youth. Coming up after the break, we'll tell you how you can meet these men and support the foundation recognizing them. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. A local nonprofit agency is hosting a fundraising banquet to honor local male role models as part of International Men's Day. Joining me now to tell us about men making positive changes is James Rosa Jr. He is the executive director of the Rosa Foundation. Hello, James. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I appreciate you joining me. Tell us about the Rosa Foundation and the focus of the work you do.
Well, the Rosa Foundation is a nonprofit organization. It started here in Greensboro about a year ago. And we're just trying to do things to give back to the community. We are now focused on one thing. We're doing different type of things. We're doing the men's making positive changes. It started with the pilot program at the Garden, Gateway Gardens, that we partner up with the City of Greensboro, the YMCA, A&T, and Greensboro Beautiful, where we taught kids how to garden. And that's where we started the foundation from. Okay,
gardening is symbolic. You want kids to grow into productive citizens,
yes.
So what better way than to partner them with actually cultivating something in a real garden?
Yes.
What has inspired you to recognize male role models?
My father. My father passed away when I was 15 years old. Before he had passed away, he done things for the community, for the kids in the community. A lot of the kids in my community at the time back in Brooklyn didn't have fathers, or their father wasn't in the picture. And my father would actually go out in the park and draw a tennis court for the kids because he saw them playing tennis, but they didn't have a court. And, you know, where I'm from, we didn't have courts, tennis courts, so he drew one, and he will always be out there with the kids playing with them and stuff like that. At the time, I didn't understand that, and today I understand why he did it. And that's why, you know, and then also, you know, the community is always talking about how men are negative. And I want to change that. I want to change people thinking about men being negative, especially in our community. There are a lot of men that are positive, that are doing positive things in the community, and I want to recognize some of the men that are doing those things.
Okay. Speaking of which, you are hosting Men Making Positive Changes. It's
Yes.
a fundraising banquet. When and where is this taking place?
It's going to be November 2nd of this year, and it's going to be at 1001 Freeman Mill Road at the Salvation Boys and Girls on Freeman Mill Road, and it starts at 6 p.m. We'll have a silent auction. We'll have a live band. We'll have a DJ as well, and we'll have food.
Okay, and was there any particular thing about the men you were recognizing? Kind of give us an idea of how do you pick from so many men to choose from?
Well, we were asking people in the community about different people, and these are the people that they picked. And it so happens that we also knew a couple of them. They're unsung heroes. People, they don't want to be recognized, but we're going to recognize them. You know, they love what they do for the community. And we want people to know what they're doing, and that we support them and we thank them for what they do.
And if folks are listening to this and they want to be part of that evening,
Yes.
How can they get tickets?
They can go, there's 3 ways. They can contact me, we'll give you the flyer, and they can go to Eventbrite, and they can put up Men Making Positive Changes, or they can go to African Americans shop at Four Seasons Mall, and they can get tickets there as well.
Okay, and speaking of your foundation as a whole, you're out there doing good things in the community
Yes.
throughout the year. How can folks support the Rosa Foundation?
They can make donations. They can, if they would like to partner up with us, they can partner up with us. We having 2 events that are coming up for next year. One of them is a youth summit that we're having on April 25th of next year. Then for Father's Day of next year as well, we're going to have a Latin festival.
Okay.
So that's what we're planning to do downtown.
Well, Mr. Rosa, thank you for recognizing our men
Yes.
and recognizing the fact that they are doing positive things
Yes.
and making a change in our community.
Thank you for having me once again.
Absolutely. Stay tuned for a little known fact about Greensboro as we tell you something about the city. That's coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back. One way to stay informed about decisions that impact our city is by attending or tuning in to City Council meetings at 5:30 p.m. on the first and third Tuesday of the month. The Greensboro City Council meetings are open to the public, but if you cannot make it to City Hall, we broadcast the meetings right here on GTN. The meetings held in the council chambers are also streamed live on the city's website. Meetings on the first Tuesday of the month will take place in one of the city's 5 council districts to allow city council members to engage more residents. Those meetings will be broadcast the following Saturday at 10 a.m. Meetings on the third Tuesday of the month will continue to take place on level 2 of the Melvin Municipal Office Building located at 300 West Washington Street. The fourth Tuesday is reserved for a meeting as needed. To review the council meeting locations, schedule, and agendas, please visit the city's website. Here's an opportunity to learn a little something about the city. The City of Greensboro's Neighborhood Development Department is promoting its lead-safe housing program. Residents are eligible to apply for assistance with reducing lead-based paint hazards if there are children younger than 6 who live or frequently visit your house or rental unit. Residents also qualify if their home was built before 1978. Neighborhood Development has grant funding of up to $30,000 for contracted construction work, such as replacing windows and doors and wrapping exterior trim at homes where lead-based paint hazards exist. If other hazards are detected, the city may offer up to an additional $5,000 to correct those issues. For more information, visit the city's website or call 336-373-3624. Coming up after the break, we'll showcase our department spotlight. But first, prepare to mark your calendar for all the great events happening this week on the town.
Hey, this is Lana. There's a lot going on this weekend, so let's get started. This Saturday, get ready to laugh. Head over to the Carolina Theater for an evening with Paula Poundstone. Poundstone is a humorist, author, and comedian known for her clever observational humor and spontaneous wit, and her stand-up credentials are endless. The show begins at 7:30, so be sure to get your tickets. For more information, visit carolinatheater.com. Also on Saturday, the Greensboro Coliseum's new indoor venue, Piedmont Hall, will host Elvis Costello and the Imposters at 8:30 p.m. Elvis Costello has explored seemingly endless subgenres of modern music with his signature flair over the past 40 years. With his exhaustive vocabulary and cheeky wordplay, Costello's rocking wordsmith style still delights fans in concert, and his catchy melodies have turned him into a household name. For tickets, visit greensborocoliseum.com. This Sunday, the Greensboro Science Center is hosting a science cafe featuring Jill Heinerth. Heinerth is a veteran of over 30 years of exploration projects in submerged caves around the world, with National Geographic, NOAA, and various educational institutions. Cave divers have become an important asset to scientists exploring global climate change, archaeology, water issues, and unique biology. The event will take place from 6 to 7:30 p.m. For more information, go to greensboroscience.org. Are you curious about how glass recycling is doing in Greensboro? Still a bit confused about what to recycle, where it goes, and what happens after it gets recycled? If so, join us for a conversation about glass on Thursday, November 7th from 7 to 8 p.m. at the Glenn McNary Branch Library. For more information, visit greensboro-nc.gov/resetrecycle. Speaking of recycling, mark your calendars for Zero Waste Living, Waste-Free Holidays, a discussion about ways to make your holidays waste-free with Lane Roberts, the waste reduction and recycling educator. This will be held on Sunday, November 17th at the Kathleen Clay Edwards Family Branch Library from 3 to 4:30 p.m. Registration is limited, so be sure to sign up by calling 336-373-2923. Keep watching FYI Weekly right here in GTN to find out about more events happening on the town.
Welcome back. The City of Greensboro has more than 20 departments and several divisions committed to serving you, our residents and visitors. Let's go behind the scenes in our department spotlight. The Greensboro Transit Agency, or GTA, will host 2 Scat Rider focus groups. The first session will take place on Wednesday, October 30th. There will also be a fixed route rider focus group on Wednesday, November 6th. Both sessions will take place from 5:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. at the Central Library, located at 219 North Church Street. Public input is encouraged and prize drawings will be held at each meeting. Residents who cannot attend can provide feedback through the online surveys for Scat Riders or Fixed Route Riders. Straight ahead on the other side of the break is this week's Way to Go GSO shout out. Stay with us. As we draw to a close, we always want to end on a positive note with our Way to Go GSO shout out. This week's shout out goes to the Greensboro Public Library. The Urban Libraries Council named Greensboro Public Library as one of 10 top innovators. The annual Innovations Award program recognizes leading practices from the Council's member library systems across the U.S. and Canada. A panel of expert judges selected Greensboro Public Library's Tech Navigator program from 260 submissions in 10 categories that showcase out-of-the-box thinking and creative applications of library resources. Greensboro Public Library won in the category of measuring the library's impact. Award winners were recognized for their level of creativity, ability for other libraries to adapt their work, and the outcomes achieved. That concludes this edition of FYI Weekly, but you can easily stay connected to the latest city news by linking to us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. Alexa users can subscribe to our 5-minute flash briefings. Be sure to download our weekly podcast, Talk City Greensboro. For all of us here at the City of Greensboro, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.